Yes, what's good everybody? Quick shit vid. Today's chocolate from the banquet is a Milky Bar, which is of a reasonable size as opposed to the milk trays, which I think is scandalous. So that is at least a fair Milky Bar. And yes, the Milky Bar kid is strong and tough. And yes, he does look like me. And yes, I do look like Liam Cooper. And no, I'm not bothered. King Cooper scored at weekend. Me and Coops, like that. What are you saying? I meant to mention this yesterday, but Cresswell's face is like absolutely mangled. I don't know whether he's gone up for an header or something. I looked it up yesterday, but I'm meant to mention it. I can't remember what happened, but he's got like a black eye and all his face cut open and that. It's fucking awful. When you click on it, you always say, oh, here we go, with headline, but it is pretty bad. Upload image here. Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving, Augustin, that's going to get appealed again. So I can see us not paying that for years, to be fair. It sort of alluded to that in this article that I read. Like, Rads is putting it off. Good old Rads. No messing about. Well, obviously, other than buying him, which was a bit of a mess about, or loaning him, whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, so that's going to keep getting pushed back, I think. They'll appeal it again. It's going to end up in one of these long-winded things, isn't it, where people, you know, like court case jobby, where it's just like keeps getting adjourned. Some slightly worrying news. I was worried when I read it. Lord Meslier, Silent S, he's on on Tottenham's radar. Apparently, he's on a 3-man shortlist, which ain't good. I remember saying at the start of last season that Mes might be looking, like a big club might be looking at him, Silent S. But I sort of went through the clubs and thought, where would he go? But Lloris is in the definite. Well, I think Lloris is already a downgrade on Lord Mes, Silent S anyway. I think Lloris is shit. He gets loads of praise. I saw him like on this YouTube thing. I thought it was a joke. It was like you've got to vote for your favourite keeper, and they were like Buffon, Manuel Noir, however you say his name, whatever, Casilla, not our Casilla, the Real Madrid Casilla, the Real Madrid Casilla, but the one that everybody knows is brilliant, that our one. And then fucking Lloris, and I thought, come on now, he's all right, is Lloris, but that is some hefty, you know. So I clicked on whoever I clicked on Noir, because I think he's probably best ever. And he was like, you know, thank God he had like 1% of like 30,000 votes. So I thought, that's a ludicrous comparison. But anyway, I go on. So yeah, that's actually a club that might look at him, put some bunts down for him, and a club where he might want to go to, really, depending on how we get on. But I hope we do keep Lord Mes Silent S, because I love him. I think he's a beast. Apparently, obviously we've got Wolves tomorrow, haven't we? Apparently they could be without 8 players. Not that I give a shit, but and I just want to. I hope we put out a decent side. I want to go on a cup run, and everybody always says to me, "What do you want to fucking go on a pub run, cup run for? Fucking, we need to focus on Premier League and all this shit." It's like, because I don't want to be a 60-year-old man having never won a single competition in my whole life, and then look back and just think, well, you know, I just wanted to make sure that we got an away win at fucking Brentford. Do you know what I mean? I would like to say, well, fucking won FA Cup or won whatever, you know, that'd be a much better fucking story to tell than going, yeah, well, no, I remember choosing, we had a couple of big games coming up against Burnley and fucking, you know, we're not in the relegation zone anymore. Let's enjoy it. That was a bit of a joke, but who's not up for a cup run? Do you honestly not want to win out? They've never won out in my lifetime, apart from, to be fair, when I was 2 and they came up in Division 1, and obviously Championship. But come on, let's keep it real. Let's win something. That Stuart McKinstry is on a few teams' radars as well. They're talking about that in January. Burnley, Sheffield United, and Stoke are apparently interested, which I think is a shame. See, you know, obviously you don't know the promise of the young man, but he seems decent. He seemed decent when he played. He only briefly played for us, but yeah, obviously they will have to offload a few at young lads. And a few at young lads will want to move on. I've actually met his dad. Seems like a right nice bloke, there's that guy. But yeah, I don't know what that's got to do with all, but it's just a random thing. But yeah, I think they probably will offload a few at youngsters, and they'll want to go and play, won't they? Because obviously looking at side, thinking where do I get in here? So maybe dropping down into Championship's not a bad idea for some of them. Christensen's the first Leeds player to be named in World Cup squad for Denmark. Not for Denmark. Well, it is for Denmark, but not just for. He's the first Leeds player to be absolutely guaranteed to be at the World Cup. But I think, you know, we knew we were going anyway. But Yeah, it's a nothing story, Jack. Move on. Apparently, we're after this Birmingham midfielder, 18-year-old, apparently wonder kid, which is said so often it becomes nonsensical how often there's these wonder kids floating around. But they're talking about confirming that before January window, so I think it's about 3 million or something. So he's obviously not fucking about. He's played 15 games for him. It's called George Hall, so that's intriguing. So, and then just to go in on, so like this was the headline. The headline was, Rafinha, Real Madrid switch admission after Xavi talks. Now this was in the Express, so this is how like polluted it is. So that's the headline. So you go in thinking, fucking no way, no, it's not going well for him. But what, we're on about Real Madrid now? Like we're jumping to the arch enemy ship. But it's nonsense. So apparently after the Xavi talks, he was saying no, he would never consider that, no matter how his career goes on at Barcelona. So it just makes me laugh how it's like, if you just read the headline, you'd think biggest dickhead in the world, or not Raph. I just mean like in general, like similar thing with Somerville when, you know, talks that he's not putting it in training and stuff. And I don't think Marsh helped that whole scenario, but he sort of called him out a little bit. Obviously just trying to get the best out of him or whatever, but you could read a little caption of it like he was late to training or something, and it didn't actually say that. Marsh, he wouldn't say that. I think he was more implying that he wasn't the first in and the last out, like maybe keen to leave type of thing. So, but yeah, nice one. Take it easy, everybody. All my links are below if you want to check my music out and stuff. It's much appreciated. In a bit.
The way they've been, the results they've had, 1 defeat in 13. I've got Muppets from Leeds talking about pressures on us, and Bamford and Forshaw and a couple of others, and it's over to you and this, that and the other. They got beat 7 times since Christmas. We've been beaten once. We've set it up from Christmas to be in the race.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch! JackCity, bitch! Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask.